Pandit say? Sukadeva thought of, if I drink hot ghee, I will die. I will die. So he couldn't accept it. So he waited. At last, Srimad Mahaprabhu went to Kashi. When Srimad Mahaprabhu went to Kashi, he approached Srimad Mahaprabhu and asked him that I have become Mohammedan, so I have committed some sin. So, what atonement I shall undergo, perform? I went to the Pandits in Kashi, Vedic Pandits. They prescribed me this thing, to drink hot ghee. But I couldn't accept it, I'll die. Mahaprabhu said, no. What those Vedic Pandits say, that's not proper atonement. No, that's not proper atonement. There are 3 types of atonement. Prayaschitta. Mahaprabhu is the authority, is the Supreme Lord Krishna, from whom Veda comes. So he is the Supreme Authority. So there are 3 types of atonement. One is Karma Prayaschitta, another is Jnana Prayaschitta, and third one is Bhakti Prayaschitta. Do you understand what I say? Karma Prayaschitta, Jnana Prayaschitta, and Bhakti Prayaschitta. What the Pandits of Kashi say, that's Karma Prayaschitta. You have done this sinful karma activity, so Prayaschitta prescribed in Veda is this, to drink hot ghee. This Karma Prayaschitta, this is not proper Prayaschitta. Mahaprabhu says, this is not proper Prayaschitta. Personal Prayaschitta it is. It is like, the example is given that Kunjara Sauchava. It is like Kunjara Sauchava. That means elephant taking bath. Elephant enters into the river, takes bath. So as soon as he gets out of the river, again with his tongue takes the mud and dust and again sprinkles over the whole body. Then what is the value of taking bath? You understand? This sort of practice is like that. Kunjara Sauchava. Kunjara means elephant. Elephant's belly. Do you understand what I say? Mahaprabhu said like that. That means by this sort of atonement, really, for sometimes, for a temporary period, the sinful reaction goes. But again that person will act sin, again commit sinful work. Then, what atonement? What is the value? As the elephant again becomes dirty, it is sprinkling dust and mud throughout his body after bathing. Similarly, this is Karma Prayaschitta. And these Vedic Pandits of Kashi, they prescribe the same thing. Then next one is Jnana Prayaschitta. Do you understand? That's something better. Jnana Prayaschitta means the person will think of, no. I will never commit any sinful activity. I will never commit any sinful activity. So he will do Jnana Sadhana and he will merge in Brahman. You understand? Merging. So again fall down. That is like what? Jnana Prayaschitta. That is like Bhubaneswar. That means bamboo jungle is there. So fire is set into it anyhow. So all burnt. Grasses, as if no bamboo is there. But the root is there underneath the ground. It is not burnt. So again, when rain pours, again it germinates. Do you understand? So Jnana Prayaschitta is like that. Do you understand? Jnana Prayaschitta is like that. So Jnana Prayaschitta, the sinful reaction is gone. But the cause of sinful reaction is avidya. Ignorance is there. Root is there. What is the root of sinful reaction? That is ignorance. That is not destroyed. Do you understand? That example, the whole bamboo jungle is destroyed. burning to ashes. But the root is there. It is not destroyed. It again germinates. Similarly, the ignorance is not destroyed, which is the root of all sinful work. So again that person will commit sin, will fall down from Brahmanical effulgence and again commit, again will burn here, again commit. Then what is that prasthita? There is no value. So bhakti prasthita is the real prasthita. You understand? That's the real prasthita. The Mahaprabhu says, you chant Hare Krishna. You chant Hare Krishna. Completely surrender yourself to the holy name of the Lord. You understand? So, this is the only prasthita for all sorts of sins. This will destroy the root. Destroy the root. The person cannot commit any sinful. His whole consciousness will be changed. Then this is the real. You chant Hare Krishna. If you attain Namabhasa stage, all the reactions, all karma phalas, all the reactions, all sorts of karma will be destroyed. Then Arnama, when you utter pure name, then you will get prema and you will get Krishna. This is the only prasthita and the real prasthita that Mahaprabhu said. So you see, Vedic Pandits differ. It's not prescribed. You understand? Gita says here, prescribed in literature, Vedic literature. But that important thing is that what is the prescription? What is the real prescription? And who knows the real prescription? That's a question. You understand? So this is what we say. Those who are real Mahajanas, Bhaktas, your devotees, they know the real purpose of Veda. They know Krishna. Those who come under the line of Srimad Mahaprabhu, they know the real purpose of Veda. So, this will prescribe the right thing. What is the right, what is the wrong. Otherwise, many Vedic Pandits are there. They will speak differently. One cannot come to a conclusion, decision, he will be puzzled. That is so. Though it very precisely said this thing, this deep purpose is there, one should understand it. Thank you. Completely surrender to the holy name, doing Krishna bhajan with prema, with pleasure. Who has attained the prema stage? Two stages are there, Vaidhi, Vidhi, then Bhava stage, then prema stage. One who has attained prema stage, so he never follows any Vidhi, any regulatory principles. Because above this Vidhi is prema. Vidhi dharma chhadi bade Krishna. Nishiddha papachara kapu. Because he has attained prema, Krishna prema. So in his mind, there is no thought of committing some path, no material desire at all. He has developed Krishna prema. So no sinful thought will enter into his mind. So how can he commit sinful activity? No question at all. অজ্ঞানে বা হয় যদি পাপ উপস্থিত কৃষ্ণ তার ক্ষমা করে না করায় পারে unconsciously if he commits some this prohibited work as say wrong work, right and wrong work, prohibited or sin, apparently sinful activity, say sinful activity, unconsciously if he performs, Krishna knows the heart. Who is there? Who knows the heart? He knows, no, it is not in heart. It is not his desire at all. His desire is completely finished. His bhav is in prema stage. In his thought process there is no sinful thinking at all. How can he act? It is unconsciously done. Krishna knows. Krishna tare kshama kore na karaya prasna. Krishna excuses him. So there's no question for him to perform any atonement. No, Krishna excuses. Example is Billamanga. You understand? Example is Billamanga. Billamanga blinded himself first with thorns into his eyes. You see? Oh, this eyes put me in such trouble that I saw such beautiful maiden. So I was attracted and followed. Immediately blinded himself first with thorns. You see? Krishna knows the heart. No, it is gone already. It is not in his thought process, not in his mind. It's unconsciously done. So Krishna excuses. No question of atonement there. Krishna tara kshama kare na kara, that's it. This is most important thing. You understand? It's unconsciously done. So many, they cannot understand Bhakta. They know Villamanga. You understand? So many things are, instances are there. How they cannot act anything sinful. You understand? Because their whole consciousness is completely changed. They are fully Krishna conscious. And they've attained prem stage. Prem stage. In their mind, the sinful thought will never come. First thought will come, then action. First thought, then action. Thought will never come. How they can act? It's unconsciously done. Krishna knows it, so he excuses. No atonement. That Maharaj was said. Krishna tara kshama kara, na karaya prashchi. Such is the most important thing. We say that. One was attained prey. Then he is attained the real stage. He can never commit any wrong action. Never commit any sinful action. Never. No. Because that will never enter into his mind. Thought process at all. How can he act? If unconsciously act like Billamanga, Krishna excuses him. You understand? Krishna knows the heart. But those who have not attained that stage, they are under grip of Maya. They are attracted towards Maya. And Krishna knows them. But Krishna cannot excuse them. Because they are really sinful persons. They acted sinfully. They have committed sin in life. You understand? This is the most important thing is there. Many things are there, many instances. Very subtle. You understand? Switch is on, it is moving. If you make the switch off, it will never immediately stop. It will move sometimes. But the movement will be slower and slower and slower. At last it will stop. But switch is off. That's most important. The switch is not on now. The switch is off now. But it must stop. It will never again move swiftly. Similarly, Krishna knows the heart. He knows the switch is off now. He will never commit sin at all. It is not in the heart. It is developed for him. But as a force, you see, as a force, the hand will move slower and at last it will stop. Krishna knows the heart. That he unconsciously does. As Billamanga did that thing, Krishna knows it's unconscious. Krishna excuses. This example also is given. Because switch is off. You understand? So, Krishna knows the now switch is off. No sinful activity. Because he has attained prem. Because only out of previous impression or like that, force like this, and moves. Similarly, he has acted this thing unconsciously. So Krishna explains. This is very subtle. You understand? Yes. So such a person like Villamanga Thakur will act in such a way. Immediately blinded himself. If such a person is there, he will be conscious and he will immediately take up this action. necessary sin I do all night. And this eye has put me in trouble, a life blinder. Can anybody do it? So, they do. Krishna knows he is hypocrite. He is hypocrite. Not attain that stage. He is just posing. Krishna knows it. Krishna will not excuse such a person. He must be punished. Vedic knowledge is valueless if you cannot put Krishna in there. Without Krishna, as Rupa Goswami says, Utpataiva Kalpate. Sudesmriti Puranadi Pancharatri Vidirvina Aikantik Haribhakti Utpataiva Kalpate. You see? It only create disturbance. You understand? And so-called Vedic pundits, they are creating disturbances in society because they have not put Krishna in them. And Srimad Bhagavatam says, you have a cow, but she is not giving milk. No calf and no milk. And you have such a cow, and that cow will only create disturbances. You will be very much disturbed. And Vasoti Bhaja, you have a wife, but she is not just a wife. You only create disturbances. You understand? Bhagavatam says that verse is there. And similarly, Krishna is very Vedasota. Leaving Krishna, your Vedic study will create disturbances. That's verse is there. So many things. Krishna is important. Bhakti is most important. How can we understand who is the real Guru, bona fide Guru? How can we get him? And how can we understand him? Guru Tattva is there, spoken in Shastra. Acharya also says symptoms are there. So you should understand this thing and see those symptoms and relax it. But most important is, Guru, one who is real bona fide Guru, he is the representative of Super Soul. He is Guru. That Kathopanishad says, Namatma pravachan labdhano me dhyana bahuna sutena jam vaisya puniti ten labhyasta sisatma virunti panusvang. Kathopanishad says, one who is there, Super Soul in the heart, he assumes a body and appears as Guru. Before such a soul, such a person who is crying for it, you understand, who is crying, like Dhruva. Dhruva cried. A mere boy, 5-year-old boy, he was insulted by stepmother, he cried. The stepmother said, unless Narayana will favor, you can sit. So he came to his own mother, Suniti, and said this thing, as Suniti said, yes, Suruchi's mother said a very nice thing. And that's correct. Though it is harsh, it's correct. Unless Narayana favors, unless one gets the mercy of Narayana, one cannot get it. Then he took it seriously. I must get that Narayana. So he cried for Narayana. And he went to jungle and he didn't listen to anybody. No, I want Narayana. You understand? So Narayana in the heart could understand now Dhruva is crying for me. And he is now fixed in his determination, he is not shaking. So Narayana made arrangement of Guru. Krishna Kripa the Guru made, Guru Kripa the Krishna made. So this is the mercy of Guru. Krishna, that you can get a bona fide Guru. Unless you cry for it, Krishna will never make this arrangement for you. Dhruva cried. So Narada Muni came. Narada Muni bona fide Guru. And that is the arrangement of Narayana. So Narada Muni came. Narada Muni, Guru also will test you, how far you are fixed. Not only said you are a mere boy, your work is to play. You cannot do this penance, this austerity like this. Very severe, very hard, you see. Come with me, I'll say, and you sit on the throne. No, I don't know. If you know something about Lord Narayana and can teach me or show me the path, tell me. Otherwise I won't listen. I won't listen. Go back. What to speak of this throne of my father, Uttan father? I want more superior, more higher. What my father has not got, my father's father, grandfather has not got, my great-grandfather has not got, such a position, place, seat I want. And that is also granted by Narayana. You understand? Dhruva's father, Uttanpada's father, Manu, the position of Manu. Manu's father, Brahma is great-grandfather of Dhruva, Brahma's position. Dhruva got more elevated position. This is some special planet is for Dhruva planet. It's more elevated position than that of Brahma. Because Brahma's planet is destroyed when there is complete annihilation, whereas Dhruva planet is not destroyed. You see, that's granted. And Narada Muni saw that Dhruva is fixed. Strong determination, not shaking. So he showed him. Path instructed him, gave him mantra like this, and Dhruva got. So this is the path. Most important is cry. You cry before. We don't know. Oh Lord, we don't know. I don't know who is the real bona fide Guru. Please help me. He cried, one who cried. Before Lord has Paramatma, Super heart, he knows, he makes arrangement. This proper Guru you can get. Otherwise, you cannot get, you will be cheated. You will be cheated. You understand? That's most important. This is the process. Therefore, Krishna Kripada Guru means Guru Kripada Krishna. That he says. Rupa Goswami has said that thing also. Brahmanda Bhamite Kon Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Kripada Pai Bhakti Lata Bija. The same thing has been said. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said. Krishna Kripada Guru means Guru Kripada Krishna. Guru Krishna Kripa. The Pai Bhakti Lata. What is the Guru Krishna Kripa and what is Guru Kripa? That is the question. Rupa Goswami has said that. Guru Krishna Kripa te Pai Bhakti Lata Bija. তাতে কৃষ্ণ ভজে করে গুরুর সেবনা মায়া দ্বারা ছুটে পাবে কৃষ্ণের চরণ Rupa Goswami has said this thing. So what is Krishna Kripa and what is Guru Kripa? What is the mercy of Krishna and what is the mercy of Guru? Mercy of Krishna is that bona fide Guru will be available to you. That's mercy of Krishna. That's mercy of Krishna. And who gets? One who cries like Dhruva. You understand? One who cries like Dhruva, he will get. Otherwise, one cannot get. He will be cheated. He cannot get a real teacher, he will get a cheater. And he will be cheated. He hasn't cried for it. That becomes superfluous, not serious. You understand? Then, by the mercy of Guru, you can get Krishna. This is mercy of Krishna and this is mercy of Guru. With mercy of Krishna, will get the real bona fide spiritual master, and the mercy of spiritual master.
Translation. Therefore, one who thinks himself the only doer, not considering the 5 factors, is certainly not very intelligent and cannot see things as they are. Purport. A foolish person cannot understand the Supersoul, that the Supersoul is sitting as a friend within and conducting his actions. Although the material causes are the place, the worker, the endeavor, and the senses, the final cause is the Supreme, the personality of Godhead. Therefore one should see not only the 4 material causes, but the Supreme efficient cause as well. One who does not see the Supreme thinks himself to be the instrument.
First Krishna speaks about these 5 factors. Adhisthana tatha karta, karanam cha prathavidha, vividha chestaha, daivang eva prapanchanam. These 5 factors are there for the execution of work. So out of these 5, 4, adhisthana tatha karta, karanam cha prathavidha, vividha chestaha. These 4 are material causes. You understand? And 5th one is super soul, Daivam, the providence. That's the most important factor. And very often we say this thing. This is the most famous verse in Bhagavad Gita. And you should remember this verse. The most famous verse. These 5 factors. Daivam eva prapanchanam. Daiva, the super soul, supreme Lord, providence is the 5th factor, most important factor. And is the controller. Under his direction everything is going on. Unless Daiva, providence, the supreme Lord doesn't sanction, you cannot achieve success. Any of your attempts or projects or plans will not be fulfilled. Daiva, Supreme Lord of Providence, is the ultimate sanctioning authority. So, you may have your field of activity is very nice, is favorable, adhisthana, you understand, field of activity. And karta, worker. You may be very expert worker, doer, you understand. Adhisthana, karta, karanam cha prathavidha. Your senses are very active senses, very active. You are not lazy, actively doing, performing activity, or instruments you are using are very nice instruments. And also, vividha chesta, and various ways you are taking various efforts, trying in different ways. Still, 5th factor, providence of Supreme Lord, Daivam, is most important. Unless Supreme Lord sanctions, gives his sanction, your project will not be fulfilled. You can never achieve success. It will fail. You understand? So we find also, we see also many material plans and projects are nullified, are proved futile. Though expert plan makers are there, they are making plans in a nice way, in a scientific way. They are very expert. In various ways, they are taking, their efforts are also, they attempt in various ways. Still it fails. Why? Because they cannot see the 5th one. That verse says, one who cannot see the super soul, the Supreme Lord, who is the ultimate sanctioning authority, he says, I am God. I am God. জীব বলে আমি তাই সত্য নয়। জীব কি করতে পারে তুমি না করলে, আশা মাত্র জীব করে তবু ইচ্ছা বলে। Bhaktivinoda Thakur says the same thing. The jiva, the living entity, though a foolish person, says, I am doing, I am God. No, that's not true. তাই সত্য নয়। তুমি না করিলে জীব কি করিতে পারে? Oh Lord, if you undo, what is jiva can do? Jiva cannot do anything. Jiva has no potential, Nisaktika. You understand? Krishna is all potential, omniscient, omnipotent. Krishna is omnipotent, all powerful. And Jiva has no potency, Nisaktika. If Krishna, out of mercy, infuses some potency into Jiva, then Jiva can do. And he is in the super soul form, is there in the heart of the Jiva, the ever living entity. You understand? So he is directing, he is activating. What Gita said, Ishvara Sarvabhutana Hridayasthiti Arjuna, Brahmayan Sarvabhutani Jantrurudhani Mayaya. Krishna said this thing. Ishvara, the Supreme Lord, is Paramatma form, is there in the heart of every living entity. Hridayasthiti Arjuna. Brahmayan Sarvabhutani Jantrurudhani Mayaya. He knows the desire of the individual soul. What is the desire? Individual person. So accordingly, he makes arrangement to fulfill his desire. And if that super soul will not make arrangement, living into desire will not be fulfilled. So he says, I am Anumanta. I am the ultimate sanctioning authority. If some living entity desires, cherishes such desire to lord it over this material nature and enjoy, so super soul makes arrangement. You understand? Because that is super soul as friend of soul. Upanishad says, Srimad Bhagavatam says also, how two birds sitting in one tree. The soul and super soul are like two birds, and they are friends, Sakha, Sakhaya, Sajujya, Sakhaya. Upanishad says, Srimad Bhagavatam says the same thing. One is a witness birds, his friend, Sakhi, is only witnessing, that is super soul. And soul bird is just tasting the fruit of the tree. You understand? That means enjoying the fruits of his activity. As a friend, that super soul who sees the activities of the soul is the witness, Sakhi. So you cannot say, no, I have not done so. You can just, witness is there, super soul is witness. You cannot I will say, you will never say, oh, no. You have to admit, yes, witness is there. So, accordingly he is arranging, super soul is arranging. So, by his order, Maya or material nature gives you a machine. This body is like a machine. Jantra Rudhani Maya. Material nature. This Maya Kruta Sori. This metal body is given by Maya, material nature. This is like a machine. And you, Jiva, riding such machine and wandering in different planetary systems in different species. You understand? This is the arrangement of super soul. And Maya, or material nature, is servant, made servant, thus. And she obeys the order of super soul. Because super soul is the master of Maya. Maya, Jisa, is the master of Maya, the master of the material nature. Nabdhakana prakriti suyati socharasaram, Bhagavad Gita says. The prakriti, material nature, is not independent. She is not independently acting. She is acting under the direction of her master, the super soul or supreme love. So, according to your desire, you have been given this body, little body, given by Maya. And your material desires are being fulfilled through it. So, everything, all these things are done under the superintendence of Super Soul, Daivam. One who cannot see this last factor, last thing, Daivam, Super Soul, he is foolish, he is not so intelligent in himself. He says, I am doing. But that's not true. That's not true. You cannot do anything. You understand? So Krishna says the same thing. Daivahata Karchana Rushayopi Deva Dusmat Prasanga Vimukha Yosu Saranti. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Daiva, that fifth factor, super soul or providence, when it doesn't sanction your plans and projects, so it will destroy. Daiva breaks all your plans and projects, destroys all your plans and projects. Daiva Hata Prashana. You understand? In the material field, you may rise to some elevated positions, like demigods in some upper planetary systems. Some munis or rishis, by dint of their yogic sadhana or something, they may rise up to some elevated positions. But Daiva Hata Prashana. But that Daiva fifth factor, that providence, supreme Lord, it breaks it, destroys everything. So they fall down from such elevated positions. You understand? Because they don't know this fifth factor. They think we are doers. We don't. They are foolish. They are not so intelligent itself. They are foolish persons. Daiva Hata Karchana Rushayopi Deva Jusmat Prasanga Vimukha Yosu Saranti. Those who are not interested, oh Lord, this is Brahma Bhakya, this statement given by Brahma in Srimad Bhagavatam. Oh Lord, such persons, materially something elevated persons, if they will not develop attraction towards you, attraction towards your katha, nectarian katha, Jusmat Prasanga, Krishna katha, Sakam Prasanga, that is their third canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. If they will never develop interest, you will never be attracted towards Krishna katha, they will fall down from their elevated positions. Yourself. You understand? That's Srimad Bhagavatam said also. The same thing is stated here in Srimad Govinda. So his intelligent person knows the fifth factor is the most important. That is Daiva, Supreme Lord or Super Soul. And who always prays for his mercy. Prays for his mercy. He is intelligent person. And he says, I have no potency, I have no strength, I cannot do anything unless, O Supreme Lord, you do. You understand? As Krishna says in 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, says to Arjuna, Nimitta matro bhagavasubhasachi. You see, you just become a mere instrument in my hand. I do everything. And he showed in his universal form to Arjuna how he is killing. Maya hatastham jahima batista. Why are you in doubt? Why are you lamenting? They are cherishing in doubt. I have already killed them. You understand? And he showed in his universal form how they have been killed. Chunnitei uttamangei. In 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, I will find this. Arjuna saw that in his universal form, how all warriors, like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, great warriors, they are all coming and entering into the dreadful mouth of that universal form, and he is crushing them with his teeth. You see, their uttamangi, their heads are being crushed. That means they are being killed. You understand? He saw. Jahima Vedishta. Maya Hadastam Jahima Vedishta. Arjuna, I have already killed them. So you don't be perturbed. You understand? Just to become an instrument in my hand. That means his door, he'll do. It's not that Arjuna is doing. It's just the teaching. That's our position. We should only become a mere instrument in his hand. He will act through us. That means he is the door. One who sees this, he sees the things in right perspective, he said. Right perspective. Otherwise, he cannot see. You understand? This is what Krishna says. So in conclusion, this is the last thing that we will conclude, that one who knows this fifth factor, super soul or Daivam, Supreme Lord, knows that also how he is acting, he knows correct. He will never say that I am God. No, I am not God. He is doing. You understand? And two things are there. In liberated stage and conditioned stage. In liberated stage, one is completely under control of the Supreme Lord, superior energy. Superior energy is doing according to the will of Srimad. So, the individual soul is not God. You understand? In conditioned state, this conditioned soul is under the grip of Maya, inferior energy or illusory energy. The Maya is doing. You understand? Maya, Prakriti tu nijokhyati. This is stated also. When Arjuna says, no, I will never fight, I will retire, I will go to forest and just meditate, become karma sannyasi. But Krishna said, no, you can do so. You can do so. Prakriti tu nijokhyati. The material nature will compel you to work. You cannot give up work. You have to work. And material nature, because it's conditioned soul. Actually, Arjuna is not a conditioned soul, but acting like that. It's teaching for us, for the conditioned souls. Prakriti tu nijokhyati. The material nature will compel you to work. Because material nature works. It's not that you are working. One who knows this thing, he knows the real fact. One who doesn't know this thing, he says, I am the doer. And he is less intelligent person. He can see the things in real perspective. That Gita says. Any stage, liberated, either liberated or in conditioned stage. Soul is not the doer. You understand? You are not the doer. It is the energy of the Lord. Or, in other words, Lord is doing. You understand? That is stated. That's a popular saying. Man supposes God disposes. He is the authority to dispose, not the man, not the soul. That is understood there. Superior and this inferior service, one is cleaning this whole room, and also doing lot of service, because the devotees, they use this whole room, they are devotees of love. So Krishna's given me this service, this consciousness. If someone will act, then he will never think inferior or superior. It's transcendental, it's nothing material. Everything transcendental. Krishna service means transcendental. You can say it's great service and low service or high service, superior service or inferior service. No. Everything transcendental. So we impart this knowledge, give this teaching, and also practically we give training. Practical training is there. And most important is falling down of Guru. শিক্ষা কালে ভক্ত করে শিষ্য করে আত্মনিবেদন, সেই কালে কৃষ্ণে করে আত্মসমর্পণ। At the time of initiation, the devotee surrenders himself, completely surrenders himself unto the Guru, the bona fide representative of Krishna. So at that time, that's Guru's business. He will take you to the lotus feet of Krishna. Then Krishna will accept you. Krishna, দীক্ষা কালে ভক্ত করে আত্মনিবেদন, সেই কালে কৃষ্ণ তারে করে আত্মসমর্পণ. So at that time, Krishna accepts you. His confidential associate, more intimate associate, has approached Krishna. Please accept this soul. So many lives, lots of lives. He has wandered hither and thither, forgetting you, O Lord. Now he has come to you. Please accept him. So Krishna accepts. Because his intimate associate says this thing, confidential associate. Krishna will listen his words. Krishna will never listen the words of any other person who is not confidential associate of Krishna. So some say, all right, now Krishna has accepted us. We are accepted by Krishna. All right, let Guru fall down. We are accepted by Krishna. While again accept another Guru? No, Baba. When your Guru, via media, whom you have come, is fallen down, that means he committed some namaparad. Therefore he fell down. So he committed aparad at the feet of his Guru, because he disobeyed the order of his Guru. His Guru is displeased now. So Krishna kicked that person. If that person is kicked, how can you be accepted by Krishna? Because you have come through him, and that person is kicked. So you can never. Krishna also kick you. Get out. Krishna never accept you. Get out. You understand? And another thing, when a disciple is rejected by Guru, you understand? If a disciple acts, is never obedient, is never rendering favorable services to his Guru, never doing pleasing service to Guru, Guru is displeased, is breaking regulatory principles or acting whimsically, doing some speculation like that, not obedient. Guru's discipline is never under Guru's discipline. He has become indisciplined, breaking. The Guru is displeased. So when Guru rejects such disciple, Krishna rejects him. You understand? As soon as Guru is displeased, Krishna rejects that person. Get out. Yes, that's that. That's most important thing. Jasya prasadatma prasada, that is stated. Most important thing. This most important thing. Yes. You understand? Krishna rejects that person. Kicks him out. Get out. Not that you are there. No, you are already kicked out by Krishna. This is that. This tattva. Most important. This is our tattva, Guru tattva. This is Shastra. All authorities have said so. Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, all bona fide authorities have said so. Is there? You cannot be accepted by Krishna. No, you can never. Krishna will keep you. Get out, get out. You understand? So this is not sound logic, sound argument. You know? This is not sound argument at all. You know? Never. Oh, I am such a great Vaishnava, a great Guru, a great Acharya. You never glorify me? Like that. Then he goes to hell. He is acting contradictory to the Vaishnava principle. No. क्या चाहेगा बापा? एक या कोई अपने आई चाहिए कि नहीं? हाँ? Why have you come here? Come to this path. From name, fame and prestige, get name, fame and prestige. For this purpose you have come. Get out. You will go to hell, definitely. Yes.
Translation. One who is not motivated by false ego, whose intelligence is not entangled, though he kills men in this world, is not the slayer, nor is he bound by his actions. Purport. In this verse, the Lord informs Arjuna that the desire not to fight arises from false ego. Arjuna thought himself to be the doer of action, but he did not consider the supreme sanction within and without. If one does not know that a super sanction is there, why should he act? But one who knows the instrument of work, himself as the worker, and the Supreme Lord as the Supreme Sanctioner, is perfect in doing everything. Such a person is never in illusion. Personal activity and responsibility arise from false ego and godlessness, or a lack of Krishna consciousness. Anyone who is acting in Krishna consciousness under the direction of the Supersoul or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even though killing, does not kill, nor is he ever affected with the reaction of such killing. When a soldier kills under the command of a superior officer, he is not subject to be judged. But if a soldier kills on his own personal account, then he is certainly judged by a court of law.
He is not motivated by false ego.
Yes.
And whose intelligence is not?
It's not entangled.
Entangled. If he kills, he is not.
He's not the slayer.
He is not the slayer. He cannot have the reactions. Such skill. Not be bound by the reactions of the work. This is the most important thing. That means this false ego is one who has developed this false ego, thinks that I am the doer. বলে আমি করি তাই সত্য নয়, তুমি না করিলে জীব কি করিতে পারে, আশা মাত্র জীব করিতে হইছে। Shastras, Mahajanas all say so. One who is motivated by false ego, he says I am the doer. But that's not true. That's not true. Reversibly, 5 factors of action have been said by Krishna, and most important is Daivam eva prapanchamam. 5th factor, Daiva, super soul. Unless the super soul, providence, gives sanction or sanctions, no work can be done. You understand? Even a blade of grass will not save. If Krishna doesn't will, a blade of grass, even a blade of grass will not save. You understand? Everything takes place by the will of Krishna. Krishna's will is supreme will. Swatantra ichha, supreme will. Krishna is supreme in all respect. তুমি সর্বস্বরেশ্বর ব্রজেন্দ্র কুমার তব ইচ্ছা মতে বিশ্বে সৃজন সংহার, তব ইচ্ছা মতে ব্রহ্মা করই সৃজন, তব ইচ্ছা মতে শিব করই সংহার, তব ইচ্ছা মতে বিষ্ণু করই পালন, তব ইচ্ছা মতে শিব করই সংহার, তব ইচ্ছা মতে মায়া কারাগার। Thakur has written that, or Mahajanas. The Shastra says, Mahajanas say, bona fide Mahajanas. Oh, Supreme Lord Brajendra Kumar, the son of Nanda Maharaj, you are the Parameswara, Sarvaswareshwara. You are the Ishwara of all Ishwaras, controller of all controllers, supreme controller. By your mere willing, everything is done. Even this creation, maintenance, destruction of the universe, material manifestation, are done by a mere willing. Obeying your order or will, according to the will, Brahma creates, Lord Brahma creates, Lord Vishnu maintains, and Lord Shiva annihilates or destroys, and Maya Devi creates this prison house, this material world, the prison house for conditioned souls. It's willing only. You understand? So that Lord Krishna has supreme will. So everything is done according to his will. Madhvayat bhati bhatayam, madhvayat surjastapati indra varsati agni dahati mrityuscharati madhvayat. That's also stated in Srimad Bhagavatam's statement of Lord Kapila. Obeying me under my order, under my direction, the wind blows. Bhati bhatayam surjastapati. Obeying me, the sun Indra varsati. Obeying me, Lord Indra showers rain. Obeying me, Agni Dahati, fire god burns everything. Mrityuscharati madhvayat. And obeying me, Jamraj moves as dead. You understand? So, under the direction, by the will of the Supreme Lord, everything is taking place. In other words, we may say that nothing will take place unless Supreme Lord wills or sanctions. So he is Daivang eva prapunjam. He is the supreme sanctioning authority or ultimate sanctioning authority. So one who knows this thing, these 5 factors of action, and especially the sanction of the Supreme Lord or the Super Soul, which is within and without, he never says that I am the doer. You understand? Never says I am the doer. Unless Krishna sanctions, Super Soul sanctions, I cannot do anything. So I do under the sanction of the Super Soul. So he never says that I am the doer. Such a person never does anything motivated by false ego. You understand? As an instrument in the hands of Supreme Lord, he does everything. Krishna said the same thing to Arjuna. Nimitta matra bhava sabda sati maya hatastum jahima vithishta nimitta matra bhava sabda sati. In 11th chapter of Srimad Gita, when Krishna manifested universal form, he said, and the sword also, how he has killed all warriors there in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He sword and said to Arjuna, I have already killed them. I have already killed them. They are already killed. So you should not cherish any doubt in it. Just you become an instrument in my hand. Nimitta matra uvasaprasati. Just become an instrument in my hand. That means Krishna acts, Krishna does through his most intimate devotee. In other words, through Jiva. Directly, indirectly. In 2 ways. Directly and indirectly. Those who are completely surrendered souls at the lotus feet of Krishna, they are under full control, direct control of Krishna. And Krishna does through him directly. You understand? And those who are conditioned souls, those who are not surrendered, they are under the grip of Maya. Those who are under the grip of Maya. So both Prakriti, the material nature does. Prakriti, Kriyamanani, Guninkarmani, Sarvasa. Ahankar Vimudatma Kartang Niti Manyate. That is also stated in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This Ahankar Vimudatma, those who have developed this great false ego, Ahankar Vimudatma. It is said the same thing here in this verse. They say, I do. Karta, Aham iti manyate. They say, I do. But that's not true. Ahankar Vimudatma. Prakriti Kriyamanani, Guninkarmani Sarvasa. In that case, in case of the conditioned souls, the material nature does. Material nature does. Prakriti Kriyamana. You understand? The soul never does anything. Material nature does through him. He is under the grip of material nature. So material nature prompts, Maya prompts, or Maya does through him. But he says, I am the God. He is motivated by false ego, Ahankar. So in any case, directly or indirectly, the soul is not God. You understand? Directly, Super Soul, Providence, Daivam, is the door. You understand? And indirectly, in cases of conditioned souls, better later is doing either case. Either case. soul is not the door. The individual person is not the door. Then question arises. If it is not door, why he gets the reactions? Why he gets the reactions? Because he is not door. Why he gets the reactions? Those are liberated souls. They never say, I am the door. Everything is done by the will of Krishna. And they act according to the will of Krishna, the direction of Krishna. As Arjuna is now killing, and Arjuna is not bound of the reaction of killing. Because this killing becoming an instrument in the hand of Krishna. That means by the will of Krishna. He is not killing for his own sake, fulfilling any of his material desire. He is not killing. His killing is engaged in this killing, in the fighting, in the battle, satisfying Krishna's will, giving pleasure to Krishna. So he is not God. So he never bound up with the reaction of the what? You understand? But those who are conditioned souls, they cannot understand this thing. They have developed great false ego, they are motivated by false ego. They identify themselves with the body. You understand? They identify themselves with the body. If someone identifies himself with the body, thinking body is self, he thinks I am the body. So he must reap the consequence. He must be bound up by the reactions of action. That is why one is bound up. If someone knows this thing, this philosophy, this mere knowing is not sufficient. Knows in truth, tattva, and becomes an instrument in the hand of the Supreme Lord, like a Arjuna. If he kills, still he is not bound up. Nani baddhati, nahanti, this verse says. He never kills. And he is never. Example has been given there in the purport of Srila Prabhupada. How a mere soldier under command of commandant general kills. He is not just. Because he is not at fault. He is a servant. He is just carrying out the order of the commander, of his boss, superior authority. But if that soldier will kill without the order, sanction, or order of his superior boss or commandant, will be judged by court of law. This difference, you understand? And Krishna teaches here that this should be principle that one should know it very clearly, that he should do perform all action, do all work, becoming an instrument in the hands of Krishna. You understand? He should not do himself to fulfill his material desire or to he should not be motivated by his false ego, in other words. This is the philosophy, and this Krishna is giving this teaching to one and all. And also it is stated what is that? In Padma Puran it is stated Man nimittam krutam papam dharmaya kalpati. Yes. Man nimittam krutam papam dharmaya kalpati. Mang anadrutya dharmam papa. Something has been said. Krishna says, the Supreme Lord says, if someone or myself does some sinful activity, so-called sinful. As for example, Arjuna is killing. Killing is a sinful activity generally. You understand? Sinful activity generally. Killing his own relatives and even superiors is killing. Apparently it is a sinful activity. But Arjuna is not killing for himself. Arjuna is killing for Krishna, obeying his orders, fulfilling the will of Krishna, becoming an instrument in the hand of Krishna. Arjuna is killing. So Krishna says in Padma, Man nimitam kritam papam dharmaya pradate. In this way, if someone does some pap, so-called pap, sinful activity on myself, that is not pap, that is dharma. You understand? Man anadrutya dharmam papam. If someone disobeying me does some so-called noble work, some auspicious work, but disobeying me, not doing for myself. He is doing to fulfill some of his material desires, are motivated by his false ego, thinking himself such a great worker. He is doing such great work. He does path. You understand? He does path. As for example, there are so-called great leaders of the society, of the state, political leaders. They say, we are serving you. We are the servants of the countrymen, and we are doing everything for your service. You understand? So they make so many projects, plans, projects. You understand? For doing some welfare activity or making some arrangements, nice arrangements for the sense gratification of the people. You understand? They are making some plans and projects and execute. But they are not going under the direction of the Supreme Lord. They are not doing this, being an instrument in the hand of the Supreme Lord. They are the examples of these persons who have developed great policy. Do you understand? However, great work, noble work, or the service to the country, service to the people, you see, service to the country, service to the people, the men, they are doing sinful activity. As a result of their activity, they will be bound up with the reactions of their work. You understand? And this is because they are not doing the super soul, who is living and without, and they never know this thing, that he is the sanctioning authority, supreme sanctioning authority. And they think themselves the doers, and to show them up their ability of work. They are so expert persons, great leaders who can do. That is the example of their pride and how false ego is so great in them. You understand? So they are bound up. You understand? So they are. So Krishna says this thing and teaches through Arjuna to all humanity that one should know this thing, this principle of action, the factors of action, and ultimate sanctioning authority is Daivam. completely depending upon Daiva, Supreme Lord, people do perform work, will never be bound up. If he kills, even if he kills, still he is never bound. Because that such killing is done by the will of Krishna. As Arjuna is killing. If that killing will be done, being motivated by false ego, then he will be bound up. Example, as a soldier kills under the order of commandment, he is not just. If he kills, the same killing himself without the order of his commandment is just. So this is important. So Krishna teaches this thing. This is a philosophy of work, karma of work. This false ego is very great. They take advantage of this saying. You understand? They say, oh, I am not God. Krishna is doing everything. You understand? If someone comes and say, oh, Mr. X, oh, what's done? This palatial building. Oh, I am. This nice garden is here. Who has done? Oh, I am. Understand? Everything nice, good, I have done. Anything bad? Oh, you have killed that person. You have hardened. You have entangled in such murder. No, why shall I kill you? That Krishna does. He prompted me to kill you, so I killed. I am not door. Then you are door of this, but you are not door of that thing. Do you understand? You have done yourself palace building and made yourself nice garden, and you have opened such nice hospital of that thing. Yes, I have done. Then you are door at that case, but in this case you are not door. Take advantage of this. But Krishna is there. A super soul is behind without. He knows. He's a rascal. You cannot cheat Krishna. And you have a great false ego. And you have done this thing. And all good things that you are doing, all bad is Krishna. How it is. And those one who is really a liberated soul, he can understand or he can hear the prompting of the super soul. He can understand what the sanction of the super soul, but the conditioned soul cannot. So, for conditioned soul, there is a manifestation, representation of super soul is sadhu, guru. Yeah. Shastra is there, but you cannot understand what Shastra says. The sadhu guru. Take help of sadhu and guru. If sadhu guru will sanction, then that is sanction of Krishna. Then you can do. Then you will never be bound up. Otherwise, without the sanction of sadhu guru to do, then you are motivated by false ego and you should be bound up. Such foolish people take advantage of this thing and say like this. It's also, we see.
It's 5 factors of action. Karma, one's karma.
Now, 5 factors are there. Most important factor is the 5th factor, Daiva. But avoiding Daiva, all 4 factors come under karma. The other 4 factors, the actions done under the 4 factors as karma, fruitive activity will become fruitive activity. And one must reap the consequence, bound up by the reaction. knows the fifth one, fifth factor, the ultimate sanction, the driver, depends on his sanction. So he will not abandon. That's the sanction of super soul is there. Then one who knows this thing and depends on that sanction, then he and acts accordingly, he will never be bound. Understand? And a conditioned soul cannot understand this thing. So for conditioned soul, sanction of Guru, Sadhu Guru, Vaishnava is required. Because the Sadhu Guru Vaishnavas are the representatives, manifestations of Super Soul. So their sanction is needed. Otherwise, without their sanction, if a conditioned soul does anything, that is motivated by its falsehood. This is the I am. So you must be.
Translation. Knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower are the three factors which motivate action. The senses, the work, and the doer comprise the threefold basis of action. The senses, the work, and the doer comprise the threefold basis of action. Purport. There are three kinds of impetus for daily work: knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower. The instruments of work, the work and know. The instruments of work, the work itself, and the worker are called the constituents of work. Any work done by any human being has these three elements. Before one acts, there is some impetus, which is called inspiration. Any solution arrived at before work is actualized, is a subtle form of work. Then work takes the form of action. First one has to undergo the psychological process of thinking, feeling and willing, and that is called impetus. Actually, the faith to perform acts is called knowledge. The inspiration to work is the same if it comes from the scripture or from the instruction of the spiritual master. When the inspiration is there and the worker is there, then actual activity takes place by the help of the senses. The mind is the center of all senses, and the object is work itself. These are the different phases of work as described in Bhagavad Gita. The sum total of all activities is called accumulation of work.
Knowledge, object of knowledge, and doer.
And the knower.
Knower.
Yes, are the three
knowledge, object of knowledge, and knower are three
factors which motivate action.
Three factors which motivate action. Then
the senses, the work, and the doer comprise the threefold basis of action.
Senses, work, and doer comprise the
threefold basis
of work.
Of action.
Action or work. Yes. This is philosophy basing on execution of work. Knowledge, object of knowledge, and
the
knower, jnata. Knowledge, object of knowledge, and knower are three factors which motivate action. Yes. Before some work is executed, or if someone wants to do some work, first he should acquire some knowledge about it. What is that work? How should be done? What result will be achieved? And what benefit will be available? There are pros and cons. Generally, a karmi, creative worker, or material person, materially intoxicated person considers all these things. Most important for him is the result received through the execution of such work. The benefit or material benefit he will derive out of that. He ponders over, he thinks of deeply this thing. If he finds some good result will be achieved or some nice material benefit will be obtained, then he thinks of how to do the work. What are the means, what are the ways to do the work? Then that concerns the knowledge of the work. And those who are experts in this matter, he consults with them if he has no knowledge, he acquires knowledge. Therefore, first thing requisite knowledge. Jnanam, Jnana, object of knowledge, and Jnata, the knower. The three things, isn't it? The three things are the most important thing. Yeah. And knowledge is received through sadhu, shastra, guru. You understand? And also some other, the sadhu, shastra, guru, the knowledge is spiritual knowledge received. And material knowledge received. There are material books also in different subjects, different books are there, many books are there. In economics, in philosophy, in logic, in science, in history, in geography, in literature, like that. Different subjects, different books are there. So different persons are there, those who are proficient in certain individual subjects. They have written books. They are written writers, they have written books also. So knowledge is derived from those books, and knowledge is derived from those persons also. Teachers are there, professors are there, or specific expert persons in some specific subject, specialists we say, specialist, they are also there. So a person generally acquires knowledge from these sources. Then the object of knowledge. What is the object of knowledge? And in material field you will find this material knowledge. The object of material knowledge is material enjoyment, material profit. That's the object. And one thinks of this thing. And that's also mentioned in certain those books, those deal with such things. And certain persons are also there, professionals. They also know about it. They are more conversant with it. They also teach people. You understand? Then knowledge, object of knowledge, and knower, and who knows it. Hmm. Then comes next thing, what is that? Inspiration.
Senses, the work, and the doer comprise the threefold
Senses, work and doer.
comprise the threefold basis of action.
Action. It's previously said, Karananta Puthavidha. That means different senses are there, through which person works, are instruments. Karana, senses and instruments, through which a person works. So he says the same thing here, the senses. What he says, three things, last three things.
The senses, the work, and the doer.
The sense. Basically, door is there, work is there. Then comes in corporate Prabhupada says about inspiration. Inspiration is most important thing. The worker should get inspiration. Otherwise, he will not work. Inspiration is most important thing. And how can one get inspiration? You understand? Has Prabhupada said anything?
Before one acts, there is some impetus which is called inspiration.
Yes. How can one get it? One can get it by hearing, by reading such books which say about this, by hearing certain persons, those who are expert in such subjects. He gets inspiration. That's the source of getting inspiration. Then when he is inspired, he gets inspiration and acquires some knowledge of that work. Then worker thinks of in his mind. Mind is the most important factor. First one will think of in his mind and take decision in his mind before going to execute some work or do some work. Mind is the most important factor. When it's determined and it takes that decision that I must do this work, in his mind it is decided, he comes to that decision, then after getting